Hey there, folks. It's time for EECS 494 discussion number 11 for the winter 2021 semester. This week, I'll be showing you how you can install Adobe Premiere for free through U of M, and I'll be providing you a brief tutorial on the workflow of Adobe Premiere so that you can get started on your P3 marketing assignment, which is the trailers for your games. So I'll put this link, the webpage I'm on here, I'll put the link to this in the description of the video. Basically, if you have a U of M account, you will be able to have access to Adobe Creative Cloud, which is the suite of Adobe products, which includes After Effects, Illustrator, Photoshop, Premiere, and, Acrobat, and all these other ones as well, Lightroom. I forget what some of the other ones are called. But yeah, basically, you go to this link, you click on the big green button that says Get Access, and then you click Download Creative Cloud here. It'll take you to the download link on the Adobe website. You download it and install Creative Cloud. Creative Cloud is basically, you can think of it as like the Steam launcher for Adobe products. Or like, the Epic Games Launcher or whatever, but like it's basically that but for Adobe products. And then when you install it, I'll sign out real quick and show you. When you install it and launch it for the first time, the program will be logged out. And what you're going to do is you're going to, as your email address, type in your U of M email like I'm doing here. I'm going to click continue. And then you click on company or school account. What'll happen is it'll create a pop-up with the U of M login page. So you go ahead and put in your U of M credentials, and it'll send in your Duo two-factor push notification. I'm going to accept that. It's going to give me some whatever. I'll click confirm, and then it will go ahead and log you in. Once it logs you in, we'll wait for the things to load up. It says loading apps. Come on. Hurry up. Why is it taking so long? I don't know why. Okay, here we are. There's all apps. It'll just be like this sort of interface like this. What you're going to do is you're going to go and find Premiere Pro, which for you guys, if you don't have it installed, will be down here like these other ones. And you go ahead and click Install. It'll download and install Premiere Pro. It'll also automatically install another program called Media Encoder. That's okay, and you actually need that to be installed. Media Encoder is the program that will handle like rendering your project from Premiere and rendering it into like the video file for you to upload to YouTube. So it'll download and install both of these programs, and that's what you want to do. And once that's done, you'll be able to get started. I already have it installed, so I'm going to go ahead and click Open here on Premiere Pro, and it's going to launch the program. So it gets opened up. It always opens up super maximized. When you guys launch it, you won't see this like scanning audio plugins pop up unless you also have like music software installed with a lot of music plugins. But Adobe Premiere has support for music plugins, so it's scanning all of the ones on my hard drive. So we have to wait for a second. Once that happens, you'll get some pop-ups. I'm going to close out of this one. If you want, you can go to Learn here, and then there are a whole lot of tutorials to learn a lot of different things. But I'm just going to show you a very basic tutorial, my own creation, showing you how to put together, what you need for the marketing assignment. So I'm going to hit new project. I'm going to call this Rollerball trailer. I'm going to be making a trailer for my Rollerball game. Okay. And when we get started in here, for you guys, it'll open up into the Learning tab on the top bar here. You can choose different views. There's Learning, there's Assembly, there's Editing, there's Color, there's Effects, all of these different ones. I'm going to switch to the Editing view, which is sort of the default view here. The Editing view has basically 4 main panels. There's the media bin, which is similar to the the folder, assets folder area in the Unity editor. There's the timeline. If you remember my tutorial on Reaper and music software, those software also had timelines for you to edit clips and put things together. The program window here is going to be a preview of what your video is going to look like when you render it. And then finally, the top left corner here, this is basically, the inspector, the inspector in Unity. It's the equivalent of that for, modifying effects that you add to clips. And you add effects just like you would add components in Unity. So let's get started. Let's put together a video. I'm going to go to the import media. I'm going to double click here. It's going to pop up Windows Explorer. If you're on Mac, it'll pop up a Finder window. I have a couple different things that I'm going to import in here. The things I'm importing is some game footage I captured with OBS of a game, a voiceover that I recorded with a script that I wrote, and then a title card which has the name of my game, its logo, and then the name of all of the members of my team. And then I have some music to add some spice into my trailer. So first things first, I'm going to add in our main thing. Since we're actually in assembly, just assembling stuff, I can click on the assembly tab and it'll hide the sort of inspector window, which is cool. So I'll start off by importing my main clip. You'll notice that most OBS clips will already have audio with them if you recorded audio. What you can do is right click here and click on unlink. That'll separate the audio from the video, and then you can delete the audio. I don't want the audio from my clip itself, so I'm deleting it. And then I'm going to crop here. I don't want the beginning part of my clip where my mouse is in the way. And then I don't want the end part of the clip where I fall off of the cliff here in my rollerball game. So I'm going to crop it like this. And then if I go ahead and click play, we can just take a look and see that. Oh, no, wait, hold on. We click play. Now we can see that our, why don't I actually crop it even further until to the point where the ball starts to move so we don't have any downtime here. So if we go ahead and click play, we can see we have a video clip playing of the game, the rollerball, the ball's rolling around, whatever. It's just gameplay footage that I recorded real quickly. You'll recognize this as the, when I demoed Pro Builder, this is the game that I made. I just added some post-processing and controls and stuff to it. Yeah, so we have that. The next thing we're going to do is, before we do that, I'm going to move this here to the 2 seconds mark. For the first 2 seconds, I want to display this title card. So basically in photo editing software, I put together a title card like this with my logo and my name. You can make a title in, if you have the PNG for your logo, you can make a title card like this right in Premiere. I just did this in advance just to save some time, but if you look up the tutorials, you can look up Premiere title card. And so I have my title card here, and then we're going to have, after 2 seconds of the title card, we'll have the gameplay footage. And then at the end of the gameplay footage, let me zoom out here, we'll add the title card again for just a couple more seconds. There's that. Up next, I'll add the voiceover audio. Let me zoom in here. I don't want the beginning part where it's silent. I'll start it here. If you go ahead and see here. Welcome to Rollerball Noir, action-adventure roguelike RPG beat-em-up strategy game. Yeah, so I have a sort of little voiceover I've recorded here. At the end of my voiceover, I say the name of the game. So I'm actually going to go to that point in the audio and make it so that that's when it cuts from the footage back to the title card, because I think that'll be cool. Let me make sure we're getting desktop audio here. Rollerball Noir. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to crop this to here and then move this to here like that. And then give it a little bit more time. And then the next thing I'm going to do as a second audio track, I'm going to add the music I wrote when I demonstrated Reaper. It's not long enough, but it loops, so I'm going to hit paste and loop it twice, like this. And I'll crop this to the end, like that. And with that, we're done assembling stuff, and now we're going to go into editing. I'm going to go to actually effects here. So what I want is the effects window will be on the left here. I'm going to go to audio effects first, and I'm going to go to, hold on. By the way, there's denoise is a good thing to do. I'm going to apply some denoise onto my voiceover to remove any background noise that might be in there. And then what I want is, I'm just going to search for it. I want audio crossfade from audio transitions, constant power. I'm going to drag that into the end of my or I'm just going to double click here. Hello. Add it to the end of this. I'm going to make the effect a little bit longer. I'll make it fade out make the music fade out when the title card shows up. So that looks good. Up next, I'm going to go to the video effects, and I want to do some, or video transitions, because I want to do some, come on. Oh wait, I forgot to disable the search here. I want to go to video transitions, and I'm going to do a cross dissolve in between all the stuff. So I'll add one in here. And then I'll add a dip to black at the end here. So once I add the crossfade here, which I can make a little bit longer. Welcome to Rollerball Noir. And now you can see it fades from my title card into the footage. And then I want it to hard cut back to the mysteries in Rollerball Noir. Sorry, it cut out the voiceover at the end. But I want it to cut directly to the title card without any fade when I say the name of it. And then I want to fade to black. And there we have that. I'm going to hit save here. Save Command or Control S will save your project. So yeah, so far what we've done, we've added the title card, we've added, our footage, and we've like cut and cropped it. So let's say we actually, by the way, there's an important keyboard shortcut which I'm not using here, which you might want to know about, is Controller Command K. It's known as the split command. It'll basically split any audio or video clip into two pieces. And that's in case you want to chop up a bunch of clips that you have. If you like recorded like 20 minutes of gameplay footage and then you want to like use like small specific clips, you can use the Control or Command K shortcut to clip things out. The last thing that's left, you'll notice that the music is way louder than my voiceover. So we're going to go up here to the audio tab, which will bring up the audio clip. We want the audio track mixer, not the clip mixer. And we're going to go to audio 1, which is our, or audio 2, which is our music, and we're going to turn it down a little bit, and we're going to hit play to preview and hear how it sounds. The role of Mr. Ball as you solve the secrets. Roll around and figure out if you can find out the mysteries in Rollerball Noir. Okay, that looks great now. I basically, while it was playing and previewing, I messed around with the slider until it became the volume I wanted, which is good. It's important to make sure you do proper mixing on your trailers so that people can hear your voiceover clearly, but the music still is there to, help keep the excitement and engagement of your trailer. Cool. So once we've done that, we can do other things as well. Like, for example, if I wanted to add a color effect to this clip, I could go to Video Effects, go to, color correction, add a tint here. Let's say we want to make it, because I'm calling the game Rollerball Noir, what if I wanted to add a noir filter like this, the default filter like this? And then, let's see, generate, let's see, noise and grain now, perspective. There's so many cool different things. Stylize. What about look at distort maybe? Let's look at lens distortion here. And we can mess around with some of the values here. I actually don't want lens distortion. Let me remove that. How about in the stylize, we add mosaic. Let's see what that looks like. Oh man, that's a very high level of mosaic. This is basically like a way to pixelate your thing. So let's say I want to make it seem more old-timey, I can do this, and now it's you solve the very cool way. I'm gonna reduce the amount to tint a little bit so that we still get a little bit of color to make it seem pretty dark. Cool. So now that I've added some video effects, I've added some audio effects like fades and stuff like that, and I've added my title and end card, I am all set to export. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go to File, I'm going to hit Export Media, and oh no, you want to go to here where it's you want to go up to Format first. You want to change this to H.264. H.264 is the encoding format that YouTube primarily tries to support, and it prefers that. And then we're going to export video and audio. And you can check to make sure that you're matching the source and you've recorded your gameplay footage in 1080p, and you're rendering your trailer at 1080p as well. So 1080p 30 FPS is my gameplay footage, so that's what it's going to render the final project as. You shouldn't have to change any of the other settings. AAC for your audio codec is just fine. I'm going to use hardware. Oh, I guess I can't do hardware encoding. That's okay. But everything else should be fine in its default settings. We can go through and check that everything's okay. And then we go ahead and click Q. And what that will do is it will do export data, and then it will automatically launch Adobe Media Encoder, which, as a reminder, if you installed Premiere Pro, it should have automatically installed Media Encoder, which you need. Here's the Media Encoder window. you'll see it's here. It's showing up in the queue section here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change where the output location is from my videos folder. I'm going to go to my 494 folder, and I'm going to export this as roll a ball trailer render, and click save. And then once I've set where I want to output the file, and I've just made sure the format and all that is okay, I'm going to hit the green play button right here, which is start queue, and that will render the project. Depending on how long your project is, how many effects and stuff you have going on, and how beefy your computer is, rendering is what's going to take a different amount of time. But once that's done, you should be able to click right here, and you should have an MP4 file rendered out with your audio or with your video. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on this to open it. Welcome to Rollerball Noir, an action-adventure roguelike RPG beat-em-up strategy game where you take the role of Mr. Ball as you solve the secrets. Roll around and figure out if you can find out the mysteries in Rollerball Noir. There we go. That's our trailer, start to finish. And, it was about 20 minutes to, kind of start cutting that together. Of course, in advance, I already had written a script and I recorded a voiceover. I recorded gameplay footage in HD of my game. And I edited the title card, and then I had the music that I'd made for my game already. But once you have all those different components, and you sort of have an idea of what you want your thing to look like, this is how you can edit things together. What I would suggest is writing a script first, and in that script you can storyboard essentially what the video will look like, and you can, once you do that, when you record the script, you can edit the video to match the audio that you record with your voiceover. And editing your video to match the timing of the audio is it looks good and it feels professional. And I would highly suggest you do that when you are making your trailers. As always, if you have any questions about anything I covered, you can leave a comment on the video. You can reach out to us on Piazza or over Discord or over email, and we're happy to help you out. But otherwise, keep up the great work. We have less than 2 weeks left in Project 3, and it's going to be a great time. Good luck this weekend with, wrapping up your trailer stuff as well as, your next release of the game. And I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.